some more information, and I want to introduce Ken Oling. He is the CEO, co-founder of MELD. Ken, thanks for coming back to the show. We appreciate your time.
It's always great to be here, Rob.
Oh, yeah, fantastic. A lot of things going on, a lot of things moving quickly, we could say. And for those of you who don't know, as far as what MELD is, we did a video about this, I'd say about, I don't know, 4 months ago or somewhere around there.
Yeah,
and
it was like 2.5 months ago.
2.5 months, man, time's flying.
I know, exactly.
And what I'll do is I'm going to link this video at the very end so everybody can check it out.
It was 4 months ago.
But just real quick, so everybody kind of understands exactly what MELD is. So MELD is built on Cardano, on the Cardano blockchain. And the thing is, let me just go down here. This is my favorite part. Melding crypto digital currency, stay long, get cash, meaning you don't have to cash in your crypto these days. You can take loans against it, which is what the things that I'm doing to buy real estate in the real world and in the virtual world. And also, you get to keep your keys. And I think that's a big differentiator between some of the other loan, different CFIs out there. And then this is how it works. You take out a loan, they pay you in cash, but you get to earn yield on your crypto because your crypto collateral is added to MELD's liquidity pools to generate yield. So, like in other places, they'll say, give us your crypto. Here's your money. We're going to take that crypto and do whatever we want with it. And you don't get to keep your keys. Well, MELD, you don't have to do that. And then actually, you get to keep your keys. They actually gain yield on it. So it actually helps you to pay back your principal of the actual loan. And of course, you have to pay back the interest. You pay back the loan, interest and principal, and you get to earn all the time. That is essentially it in a nutshell. Ken, what did I miss?
No, you sort of summarized it pretty straightforward. So it's not a complex concept, and the reason why we can do it is because it's non-custodial. So everything is on the blockchain. Everybody can see all the transactions. So it forces us to really behave in a really responsible way.
Yeah, makes sense, right? And then the last thing I will just make mention is you guys had a pretty great way to do things as far as getting out MELD itself. You did an ISPO, an initial stake pool offering. So instead of doing like an ICO where you get a bunch of people and all these VCs and you get to just congregate and concentrate different currencies or different digital assets, you say, look, here's what we're going to do. If you want to earn in MELD, all you have to do is just allocate some of your ADA to our stake pools, and instead of earning in ADA, you're going to earn in MELD. And there was some not limits, but a combination of both. We could actually earn a little bit of ADA, a little bit of MELD, and that took place. Well, actually, when we did this video 2 or 3 months ago, and now we're coming up on the time when all the MELD tokens are going to be released, which was I think December 9th, right?
Correct.
Right. But I think there's a little bit of a change. Tell us what the change is and why does it change?
Well, first, the ISPO filled.
Yes.
So it's not over. It's not closed, or it's not done. But we've managed to fill the full set of 12 pools, 640 million ADA. It's gone down a little bit since then. So one of the things I'd like to tell people is that it's not over. You can still keep your ADA and you still earn MELD in the stake pools. But if you do take your ADA out now and you try to put it back in, then it won't count. So just leaving it in there until December 9th is the best thing for you to do if you want to be able to earn it. If you don't, that's totally fine. You can take it out anytime you want. There's no lockups.
Which is nice, right? That's the best part about staking. There's no lockups. You get to keep your keys. You get to keep in your wallet, Daedalus or Yoroi or ADA Lite or whatever you're using, and off you go. So that's the big thing. And now December 9th is upon us. How is this all going to work with, sending out the MELD tokens?
So we've had the launch of Alonzo on September 12th. And we've been working towards being able to deliver and sort of do the Genesis event for the tokens on December 9th and launch the platform. Yeah. But because we've now had a lot of time to get our hands on the mainnet, been working on the test net, been working closely with other developers, we are going to delay our actual launch from December 9th to January 31st. So we're going to delay by just about 2 months. And the reason why we're delaying is because we don't feel confident enough that enough of the sort of core bugs in the mainnet have been addressed. We see the progress of these bugs being fixed. They happen on a very fast pace basis. So we see that we see the sort of light at the end of the tunnel, but we didn't feel that launching right now would be a safe way of putting our protocol out there. And we want to make sure that when we put our foot forward, we're putting it in a way that we're not going to expose either us or any of our customers' digital assets at risk. And so therefore we decided to postpone these 2 months. There's a couple of things to sort of keep in mind in this process. Those that are invested in MELD, that have bought tokens that have a vesting period, so the private sale, their vesting period starts on December 9th, regardless. So they don't have to, the vesting period doesn't start after, based on this postponement. So the vesting itself won't change based on what we're doing. But we wanted to make sure that when we did launch, that there was no possibility of any kind of potential security breach or anything like that. But the biggest issue has to do with performance in regards to speed. There's a lot of work that's being done by the Cardano team to get the infrastructure that supports dApps to operate a lot faster. And that's where a lot of our sort of work is going. It's where we're focusing a lot of our attention, doing bug fixing, working on Cardano with the team to make sure that this infrastructure can perform at a level that will be acceptable by the community.
Yeah, and that's a big thing. So, okay, so we're going to delay it a little bit, and I can hear everybody thoughts right now as they're screaming at their screen. They're saying, well, why don't you just give us our MELD tokens on December 10th when everything stops? And what's going on here? Are you going to do something malicious? So
right, is it a rug pull, etc.?
Is it a rug pull? So tell us why this is a bad idea to distribute those tokens on December 10th.
It's not a bad idea at all. It's not a bad idea in the slightest. The issue is that if we provide tokens without any functionality, then that is considered a security in many countries. And so we need to be able to deliver the automatic bridge, the ability to do staking, the ability to mint tokens, these kinds of things. All of this functionality has to be in place. Otherwise, we're exposing all of our potential customers, people that are holding the token, to risk in regards to security. And so that's the driving force. It's a legal consideration. It's not because we can't do it.
Yeah, and that makes a lot more sense because, you know, there's this entity. It's called the SEC, and for some reason, they don't really like when securities are being thrown around, and they seem to want to get companies in to actually find the living tar out of them, unless you can actually prove it's a utility. So, okay, that makes a lot of sense. So
this is not just the SEC, right? This is also, you know, FINMA and BaFin and lots of other securities and exchange or securities organizations in lots of other countries. So this isn't specifically some sort of focus on the US. This is also many, many other countries, because the vast majority of the people that have participated in our ISPO and participated in the private sale are not Americans. And so we have to make sure that we're acting responsibly and we're not going to expose our customers to any unnecessary regulatory problems.
See, and there I go again, always putting myself first, just thinking America only. See, this is one of my problems. Ken, thanks. That makes a lot of sense. So we're taking a look at that. And then there's another issue that has come up. And I think me as a stake pool operator, and I've heard some of the complaints from other stake pool operators, like, you know what, I don't like the fact that, and we'll just take a peek at it, that MELD has, I mean, not only are they filling up so fast, but you got, like you said, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 on this one, but let's say, we'll just say round numbers. We'll say 12, right? You got 12 pools, and a lot of them are full. So what's going to happen at the very end of this? Because once people say, okay, well, I have my MELD tokens on January 31st, does everybody just keep their ADA there? Because I think a lot of the complaints are, hey, this isn't centralized. You guys are almost like, I mean, take your pick. There's a lot of different stake pool operators that have like 10,
Bloom,
12, 15.
like Binance, yeah, etc.
So what are we going to do here?
Yeah, so like we've always said, we're going to shut down all of our stake pools except one. That one, MELD one, will stay open. The commission on it will go back down to 1 or 2%. So it'll be just like every other stake pool out there. But as part of both sort of launching the protocol, as well as taking into consideration a lot of the things that the ISPO participants are asking us, we get this question a lot. Can we continue to stake here? Can we continue to stake here? And we would love to, but we've already committed to not doing that. So we're not going to do that. And we are committed to decentralization. So as part of the actual protocol itself, the protocol will be utilizing a lot of stake pool sort of resources. And so we're putting together a consortium of stake pools that work with the MELD protocol. And this consortium will be connected to the MELD protocol, and the protocol will then distribute ADA to all of these different stake pools as part of the protocol as a way of generating yield. So all of the stake pool operators will be operating on the same level with the same set of parameters. So everybody will be fair and be equal, and will be able to delegate to those stake pool operators. At the end of the ISPO, we'll be creating a list of both stake pool operators and other ISPOs that we think are really, really good projects to inform people about where they can send their ADA once they've sort of left or been kicked out of the MELD pools. But as part of that, we're also going to be introducing a novel NFT solution. And so this NFT will be available to all of the people that have been part of the ISPO. And this NFT will then help track where and when anybody has sent their ADA to another stake pool, and it'll calculate that based on the fact that you've sent your ADA to a new stake pool. This NFT will then make it possible for you to earn a higher yield when the MELD staking pools open. So this will give you the ability to earn more in the MELD staking when you're staking the actual MELD token. So it's a kind of a way to say thank you and to kind of apologize for the fact that we're delayed by 2 months, put together in an NFT, because we think NFTs are very interesting, and this is a very kind of novel way of using them.
Awesome. Yeah, and I'll take that apology any day of the week. Thanks, Ken. Fantastic. So now everybody at home, I just want to talk about lastly, the reason why I have Ken on my show and I work with certain projects is because I trust certain projects. And like I've always talked about, look for projects that, of course, one, have real world utility. They do what they say they're going to do, and they actually have a good team. When you invest in people, things usually work out. And here's living proof of that. So Ken, makes a lot of sense. I appreciate it. Anything else before we take off? Any other announcements that you can say legally?
We have our community groups. We have Telegram and Discord. If anybody has any questions or comments, or is upset or angry because of these delays, or feels like they're not getting enough information, please reach out. We're happy to answer any questions. We're trying to act as responsibly as we possibly can, and that means we have to respond to all of the criticism. So please, speak to us and, air your grievances, and we'll do our very best to explain and give you the reasons why we've made the choices we've made. We'll be publishing a roadmap document tomorrow with a very, very detailed technical explanation as to what's happening, where things are going, why the delay has happened, what things are being fixed, and what we expect to happen by January 31st.
Sounds good. All right, then. So I will put the link of the Telegram and the Discord group in the description below. You can check that out. Ken, appreciate your time. Thanks so much. And now we'll...
Always great talking to you, Rob.
Sounds good. Let's jump back.
All right. See you.
All right, so that's it. So it's a little bit longer video today, but there's a lot of things to go over. So if you found value in that video, give it a thumbs up. Also consider subscribing. We do these every day. A lot of things are going fast and furious, especially in the next 2 months. It's going to be insane. So go ahead and subscribe. Thanks so much for sticking with me. I appreciate it. See you on the next one.